Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. Today we're looking at a paper trending on X, published on November 12, 2025, just yesterday. The striking result is that this paper shows large language models can write Oogiri jokes at roughly low to mid-human tier, yet they struggle with empathy, and their judging barely matches humans, with overall funniness correlations of GPT 4.1 row equals 0.224, Gemini 2.5 Pro row equals 0.169, and Claude Sonnet 4 row equals 0.266. The paper is titled, Assessing the Capabilities of LLMs in Humor, a Multidimensional Analysis of Oogiri Generation and Evaluation. And as we will see, the implications for evaluation and training are quite significant. Alright, Figure 1 shows a radar comparison of human tiers and the three models across 6 axes. Human high tier leads on every dimension, and the largest gap sits at empathy, which limits perceived funniness because jokes land when listeners feel considered. The models cluster near human low tier, with their relative strength at novelty and solid clarity and relevance. Gemini 2.5 Pro sits closest to mid-human tier, yet overall funniness still trails the best humans. Well, Figure 2 presents the end-to-end pipeline that grounds both research questions. The left block illustrates data collection, where Oogiri Geo and Oogiri Chaya feed a filtered, expanded dataset that includes high-tier and low-tier human examples. The right panel depicts generation, in which a prompt requests one funny answer, and a model returns an Oogiri response. The bottom band summarizes evaluation, showing humans and models rating novelty, clarity, relevance, intelligence, empathy, and overall funniness on the shared 6-point rubric. Alright, the previous figure laid out the pipeline, and Figure 3 shows how scoring dimensions relate for humans versus GPT 4.1. The lower triangle indicates that humans tie overall funniness most to empathy, with strong links to clarity and relevance as well. The upper triangle reveals that GPT 4.1 emphasizes novelty for funniness, with a weaker tie to empathy. This split explains the judging gap, because audiences reward relatable resolution, while the model favors surprise. So, the previous figure highlighted the empathy link to funniness, and Table 1 reports human ratings across 6 dimensions. High human tier leads overall, while Gemini 2.5 Pro tops the models with overall funniness, about 1.80, below mid-humans at about 1.91, but above low humans at about 1.23. Unrelated responses score oddly high on novelty, yet crater on clarity, relevance, and empathy. A serious GPT 4.1 reply predictably earns low funniness. Okay. The previous table reported average scores, and Figure 4 shows the point-by-point relationship between human funniness and GPT 4.1 evaluations. The dashed y equals x line marks perfect agreement, while the fitted trend lines reveal only weak alignment, consistent with rho equals 0.224. Unrelated responses cluster high on the model axis even when humans give low scores, which signals a leniency bias. The serious category hugs the bottom, and the shaded bands indicate wide uncertainty around each trend. Wrapping up, 2 takeaways stand out. Large language models write Oogiri at roughly low to mid-human tier, and the main blocker is empathy, not novelty or clarity. Judge alignment is weak, with correlations around 0.2, so model as judge remains risky. The broader implication is clear. Progress needs empathy, grounding in training and evaluation, not just surprise. That is it for this episode of the AI Research Roundup. I am Alex. Thanks for listening.